Just a little story before I start this sharing about, sustainable lifestyle. 11 years ago, we're turning 11 this year. Thank you very much. There were detractors who said, hindi ka kikita dyan. What are you selling, And I guess during that time, people didn't even know what sustainable meant. 11 years ago. People didn't know what could replace styrofoam. People didn't know we would be prevented from bringing plastic to the supermarket. People didn't know that. So they said, they were detractors who said, I'll give you 1 year. Thank you very much. 1 year plus 10, it's not bad. Second, I got lucky and to have worked around the ASEAN as a ASEAN Women Entrepreneurs Network. And so I had to travel a lot from 2016 to 2018, right about the time that Agnes read my article. Because I like to share these things, like stories, You can see it in my Facebook and manilaspeak.com, which is a blog site. And I used to write for the Manila Times. And then the secret actually is just doing what you love to do. I love travel too, Agnes. I think that was the qualifier for the three of us. The three of us admittedly have the most carbon footprint than any three in this room. Marife, I'm even surprised she's in town. Now, travel. Before I go to my slides, I think this is a good thing to... Travel takes its toll on your body, physically, mentally, but it's also a nice relief. Like, you want to get away from things, you just want to travel. And my friend Tina Dumlao of The Inquirer always says, yeah, it's meditative. Because especially when you're traveling alone, you get to have a lot of alone time. Now, what I realized from 2016 to 2018 is that I never saw my pulmonary doctor, who I used to see quite often. Like, I'm not a smoker. I've stopped smoking. Okay, for the record, yes, I did smoke sometime in my life in UP, as we all did, but I've stopped that. And I realized I wasn't going to my pulmonologist. Then I looked at what I changed in my life. And the doctor said, oh, I haven't seen you for some time. Thank God, Because there was a time before 2016 that I was switching antibiotics. Every quarter, what was the last one I gave you? Okay, we have to change that. Because you know that antibiotics, you cannot take the same thing every time. Because your body gets immune to it, etc., etc. And my pulmonologist said, what did you do? I said, you know what I cut down on? Red meat. For me. So you can try it. I cut down on red meat. And that's why Agnes says vegetarianism. But to be very full disclosure, I'm a flexitarian. Why? Because I attend a lot of events and I like the local word for it, nag-iinarte. There are people who are, they say, I'm vegetarian, please don't, I don't want to see an egg, stuff like that. I can't have garlic, and I don't want to be that, So I just go with the flow, but I choose. So just choose. You always have a choice. One, if you don't like to eat a heavy breakfast, then have breakfast at home. That way you can say, I've already had my breakfast, and you're not lying. It's not like, I can't stand this, I don't eat hot dog, So, and because we travel a lot, you get exposed to a lot of food from different cultures, which is both good and bad. Because you can't eat too much. For example, curry is very good. I traveled to India several times in the last 3 years, and curry is very good, and their breads are so good. But with bread, you have to be careful about gluten, because our breads now have high gluten. No offense to this hotel, I don't know. I did not eat the breakfast, because I've had breakfast. Anyway, let me go through this, and then I'll tell you more. Although I told Agnes that it will be, I told Marife it will be also 5 minutes. Our mantra, eat well, live well, and it's always your choice. Nobody can force you to eat what you should not eat. Okay, if that's the only choice left we have, then let's take it. Second, you can choose your food. Like, of course, well, that's an arugula salad straight from our farm. And choose your medicine. Meaning, as Agnes said, food be your medicine, medicine be your food. So, why are we given all these nice tropical fruits? Because if you eat every fruit in season, you would have gotten all your vitamins in 1 year. But we like to eat things out of season. You want a strawberry that tastes like a cucumber, then go ahead. Because strawberry will not taste like strawberry if it's not in season. So it's natural. Just respect what nature has already provided. Plinano na eh. Giniba pa natin. No, I want mango today. Well, mango now is an all-year-round fruit. But check out, during summer, binge on fruits. I just came from Davao. Oh my gosh. I could dive into the mangosteens, the suha, the durian. I don't eat durian. Marang, if you know marang, it's like a huge ati's cousin, you know, and it's very good. In fact, I have one waiting there outside because a friend of ours brought us a marang. So, all these fruits give us the vitamins we need. Then, choose your exercise. If you don't want to do Pilates, don't. But, have a mental exercise. Meditate, be alone. You know, you don't have to fill the air with noise all the time. Sometimes, you know, I realize I go to a hotel, I'm alone, 3 nights, and I didn't turn on the TV. Oh my gosh, did I actually do that? Because when you're alone, then you have the choice. Watch TV, don't watch TV, you know. Mental, oh well, those are my partners. Jeannie, the one in pink, was our yoga teacher because Rina and myself were forced to take up yoga as part of our completion of our offering as the ECHOstore. Because we thought that it's not just about food, it's also about health. And as we approach midlife, I used to play squash. But then your knees start to tell you you can't play squash anymore. I play golf, but it takes so much time, you know. So what do? You do sun salutation, 2 a day, you know, 2 in the morning. It's better than not stretching at all. And so those are my 2 crazy partners. Then choose your friends. Well, who are these here? Oh, there's Gina. I didn't even know they put this picture, okay? Choose your friends because avoid the negatrons, the nega vibes. You know, you have friends who are like, oh, yung problema ko. Like, get away from me. Because that energy is affecting you. So be with happy people. Be with positive people. Avoid the nega vibes. You know, or you can just, you're all smiling. You probably had your experience of negatrons. And then family. These are my siblings who live in the country. I have some who live abroad. And we get to meet on someone's birthday, on a Sunday, and you share grace. I think family is the only thing. You cannot choose family. So you may as well be nice to them. You can choose your friends, but you cannot change family, or you cannot choose. So it's better to, share grace. Then choose your thoughts. You know how people are so pessimistic? Baka, hindi pa nangyayari. Why is there a baka? Maybe it's not. Try not to use not, no, cannot. Okay? Yes, it's going to happen. Yes, choose your thoughts and choose your fears. What are you fearful of and try to conquer it? I know it's easier said than done. All of us, somebody asked me, do you get nervous when you go up on stage? I said, you need a little nerve. You need a little, to keep you tight and kay Agnes Core, sa akin, just to keep you tight. Because if you're too relaxed, then maybe it's also not so good. And you may not be able to share what you need to share. Of course, kailangan may coffee. Choose to live. This is our community, Susan, in Tublay, Benguet, who we adopted along with Gina Lopez. and that's the barangay captain, she's a woman, and that's a barangay treasurer. And choose a life with purpose. So I chose mine to be an advocacy in coffee and women and sustainable business. That's really a lot already. But I love what I do, so I look forward to waking up each day and having my cup of coffee. So my short advice is to choose well, and it's your life, and you're the only one, aside from the one up above, who can sustain it. So it's really your choice. Thank you very much. Good morning.